technology is great, but when it doesn't work, it's a little bit of a difficulty. But I was just talking to the chairman, and he asked me to go ahead and try and get things started. But I'm going to do a roll call, but I fear we are not going to have a quorum today. Let me just start by saying that in addition to having one vacancy, when Commissioner Buck left, Commissioner Morissette contacted me last week and said he had to resign. He's obtained new employment with the state, and checking with some of the ethical requirements, believes that it would put him in violation of that. So we have Commissioner Dorkeen on, and we have Chairman Silverstein on, but Commissioner Poole is traveling. He's on a plane now and won't be able to make it. So we will not have a quorum for today. So what I wanted to do is at least let you all know that Commissioner Morissette has moved on to another position. We are working to try and fill the other 2 vacancies so that we maintain this. And the chairman asked me to just give you a briefing. This is not, we're not having a meeting. We don't want to be in violation of Open Meetings Act, anything like that, and in violation of quorum, but just to give you a briefing. So it's going to look very similar to what we would do, but we're not going to be taking minutes. We'll collect all of these. We'll repeat some of this again next month, and we'll collect the minutes then. So if you just bear with me for a moment, I'm going to turn this over to, as we typically do, Jeff Herndon, Director of Field Enforcement Division, and ask Jeff to give you a rundown, a briefing on some of the activities that we've had in the past month. But before he does that, I do want to say one thing. We've been handcuffed and operating under a court-issued injunction from Washington County Circuit Court for the past year and a half or so. This past Friday, the appellate court issued a mandate back to that Washington County Circuit Court judge to remove the injunction. So we are free of that now and are able to fully take enforcement provisions where it's appropriate to do so. So I just want to let you know that's that fairly significant and major change that's taken place. And Jeff, I'd go ahead and ask you just to give a briefing on what we've done in the past month.
Thank you, sir. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We've had interesting times for sure. We still have our normal duties that are focused on alcohol and cigarettes and other tobacco products that we've been dealing with, but it is good news that we can operate within the scope of the laws it was meant to be now that the injunction is over with. For the month, our guys were busy. We had 25 reportable incidents. During the course of routine inspections, they were able to seize over 9,000 packs of cigarettes. Most of those seizures were a result of counterfeit stamps being placed on they're actually counterfeit Maryland stamps that are placed on the backs of cigarettes. Then we have about 3,300 packs of OTP, other tobacco products, were determined that the excise taxes had not been paid. A total of 27 gallons of alcohol with a variety of products. THC packages, which is basically a package of THC product or a product that contains any element of THC. And the grams of loose flour, there was approximately 8,000 grams of loose flour on that. We're quickly approaching the $2 million mark of estimated retail. Guys have been working out, doing all the different inspections through the stores based off of complaints, and then with the new packaging law based on labeling. And that's about what we have for the month of September.
May I ask a question, Mr. Kelly? Yeah, Mr. Herndon, your mic went off a couple of times. I was interested in knowing about the THC and any other, if you mentioned anything about flavored vape.
Okay, the THC is what we were doing with any packages out there that contain any levels of the THC as put forth in the new packaging laws have to state the amount and the ingredients and the origin and abide by all the labeling guidelines as set forth by the Maryland Cannabis Administration and in that regulation. So that if those packages do not meet those standards, then they're considered illegal to sell in the state of Maryland. Then as far as flavored vapes, we have not been doing much into the world of the flavored vapes. I know there's been some topic of what the FDA is going to approve, what they have approved, what they haven't approved, and So we're still waiting on further guidance with that. Does that answer your question?
Since this is technically not a meeting, am I allowed to ask questions? Or should they be reserved for next meeting? Now
Jeff,
you're muted, sir.
no, you're on mute.
What a day. Okay, probably we should wait till next meeting.
Okay.
Having said that, if you'd like to just talk, in the course of business, we get phone calls with questions. So if you want to give us a holler, give us a holler, and we'll be happy to answer any questions. But from a standpoint of presenting something official like that, I think we should probably wait till there's a quorum.
Okay, yes, sir. Thank you. And
But happy to take the question. And with Jeff, and I heard when he got cut out, he was giving it the idea. One is to let you know, when we look at THC, we look at two different things. We look at loose flour, and we're somewhere around 100 pounds of that, I think, of seizing that. And that's one item. And we're learning that's called deli, where there's just loose canisters. Then there's packaged stuff, which looks like it's more commercially packaged, something you would see that's sealed, has a lid, jar and a lid, probably just wrapped separately, independently, childproof, that kind of thing. So that's the difference in it. So when he says a THC product, it could be any number of things, but it's in a sealed container generally. And then otherwise it's loose flour that's sold probably by grams.
and will I be notified by email of the next meeting? Or do I just have?
Well, no, you not necessarily. Well, let me say this. Yeah, if you should subscribe to us, go to atcc.maryland.gov and just subscribe. We don't send junk mail. We don't do any of that stuff. But we got several thousand subscribers, so that will get pushed out to you anyway. And just for the record, we meet every third Thursday at 3:00.
Great. Thank you
Every
very
third
much.
Thursday of the month. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Sure. I think we're having weather or something here today. I don't know. Not really sure. Okay, Jeff, thank you very much. Aaron, are you on by chance?
I am. Can you hear
Great,
me?
thank you. Yes, can hear you loud and clear. Aaron, if you go ahead and please, on behalf of our licensing division, licensing and regulation and the trade practice and reports, Aaron, would you please let us know what the status is of our renewals?
Yes, so it looks like the report I ran this afternoon, we have 2,414 renewals completed. Of those, we have 2,248 that were done in one stop, less a couple direct wine permits that were from the last renewal cycle that got in at the end. So the vast majority of them have been done through one stop. So we have about 3,100 left to go. Also, most of those are solicitor permits and non-resident dealer permits. So, and public transportation. So we have reached out to wholesalers, reminding them that they are required to ensure that their solicitors renew in a timely manner, as well as the non-resident dealers that they purchase from.
Great, thank you. So that's a big thing. This is we have really three major times of the year: April, May 1, June and July 1, and then October up to November 1 for renewals. This is the big one. This is where we have over 5,000 of our permit holders all renewing. And it's going very, very well. We mentioned back in June that we started the One Stop, which is a one-line portal, introduces you into our licensing system. It's working very, very well, and we're just still getting tremendous feedback from all of that. So apologize for the difficulties today. I know it doesn't look as professional as we want it to be, and I apologize for all that. We'll see if we can't get some things squared away to make it tighter next month, and also work to make sure we get that quorum. So that's that. If anybody has any questions offline, happy to take them, happy to give you additional information. And again, we are not looking at this as an official meeting and recorded minutes. It's just simply a briefing to give you a sense of where we are, and we'll hopefully be right back on track next month. So if there are no other questions on behalf of the chairman, then I'd say I have 3:16, and we will bring this briefing to a close. Thank you all.